Tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari leads Nigeria delegation to 26th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Kigali, Rwanda. Ogun NDLEA arrests 99 drug offenders between January and June 2022. Plus, NSCDC urges Nigerians to embrace alternative dispute resolution in resolving conflicts. Good evening and thank you for joining us on Channel 12 News at 7. I am Yemi Dalimo. The 2022 Commonwealth Head of Government meeting is now underway in Kigali, Rwanda. President Muhammadu Buhari is leading Nigeria's delegation to the high-level engagement 26th in a series. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
In 4 years due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 global pandemic, CHOGM 2022 in Rwanda is the 6th time an African country is hosting and the first since 2007.
The President of Nigeria,
President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, and 53 other leaders from the Commonwealth member countries, as well as over 5,000 delegates from government, business, and civil society are participating at the event with the theme Delivering a Common Future, Connecting, Innovating, Transforming. Described as the most significant grouping of countries in the world, the Commonwealth is above all bound by values of peace, justice, tolerance, respect, and solidarity. And as the leaders begin deliberations here in Kigali amidst new and decisive shifts in the world, it is imperative that those values shape the choices they make towards achieving progress for the 2.5 billion people they represent. It is indeed the time to show the world what real unity, solidarity, cooperation, and progress look like, as speakers including the Prince of Wales and future head of the Commonwealth kept emphasizing in their opening remarks.
If we are to leave the world better than we found it, and that is our duty and our privilege, we must be bold with our ambition, decisive with our actions.
Ours is a country that was torn apart by genocide and division just a generation ago. Today, we are a nation transformed in heart, mind, and body.
From Kigali, Rwanda, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The federal government has said that the pump price of premium motor spirit (PMS) remains 165 naira per litre across all filling stations in the country. This was made known by the Executive Director's Distribution Systems, Storage and Retail Infrastructure of Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority in Lagos. In a similar development, IPMAN National President Chinedu Okoronko at a briefing in Abuja said the association has resolved to maintain the status quo even as the NNPC and the Pipeline and Product Marketing Company responded positively to the association's request by releasing products from their tank farms that can last for 32 days. The Federal Ministry of Women Affairs is creating a comprehensive database of widows in Nigeria. The Minister, Pauline Talin, represented by the Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Idris Mohammed, explains that such a database is an important tool to adequately address challenges facing the widows. The database is expected to contain the number of widows, number of children, and other necessary information that will help in propelling plan. Speaking to widows in Duse community in commemoration of 2022 International Widows Day, the minister acknowledged that their residents encourage them not to give up while discouraging all harmful practices against the widows. The Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ahmed Abubakar Audi, has urged Nigerians to embrace the use of alternative dispute resolution in resolving their conflicts. He stated this during a sensitization and evaluation workshop organized for divisional officers, peace and conflict resolution units of the Ogun State Command of the Corps. Lukman, a defense report is presented in this package.
The sensitization and evaluation workshop organized by the Peace and Conflict Management Unit of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps National Headquarters is aimed at improving the efficiency of the participants on the adoption of alternative dispute resolution and resolving conflicts. Commander General of the Corps, Ahmed Abubakar Audi, represented, tasked the officers of the NSTDC to focus more on resolving herders farmers conflicts and communal clashes through the use of alternative dispute resolution. The Commander General, who commended Ogun State Command for laying the foundation of Mediation Center, charged Nigerians to always embrace peace and harmonious relationship.
The federal government is not, they want more, their focus is more on communal conflicts and former herders conflicts. And the divisional officers, you are the one representing us. You will all agree with me that majority of all these problems we are talking about happens in our communities, not at the state headquarters. So therefore, we want to make that the synergy between our divisional officers and our peace desk officers.
Ogun State Commandant, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Kolawole Taiwo, described the workshop as apt, highlighting its benefits to the command.
The Nigerian government is presently embracing the use of ADR tools to ensure peaceful coexistence, which in turn is fostering rapid development of all segments, and success stories are being recorded.
This one particularly is to sensitize and make an evaluation of officers to also see that aside from preaching peace, they themselves are also peaceful in their various homes, because for someone to actually do that work of instilling peace in others, you must be peaceful internally within yourselves.
Head of Peace and Conflict Management Unit, Ogun State Command, ACC Lawrence Akogun, said the training will go a long way at ensuring efficient service delivery among the participants.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLE, says it has arrested no fewer than 99 drug offenders and secured the conviction of 21 others between January and June 2022. Ogun State Commander of the agency, Ishaku Kwajafa, said this while briefing the press as part of activities marking this year's International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking in Ogun State. Anthony Gandunu reports.
Speaking on the essence of effective advocacy about the devastating consequences of drug abuse and illicit trafficking on youth for a drug-free society, Ogun State Commander NDLEA Ishaku Kwajafa says apart from the 99 drug offenders arrested and 21 convicted, the agency within the period under review also seized about 8,000 kilograms of cannabis sativa, 18,752 tablets of psychotropic substances, 57,755 tablets of diazepam, 17.3 liters of cocaine, and other illicit substances.
The percentage of drug use has reduced drastically, but I can post on maybe 14%. Or let me jump to 12%. And we're working hard to see that we reduce it to at least 1%.
Other stakeholders, including Ogun State Drugs Control Committee, while commending the efforts of NDLE, say all hands must be on deck to stem the tides of drug abuse in the state.
We want to equally improve our sensitization campaign to other relevant stakeholders, National Union of Road Transport Workers, other artisan groups, Motorcycle Riders Association.
The gathering also advised the youths to desist from the using drugs, as such act poses a threat to public health. In Abeokuta, Anthony Gandunu, NTA News.
The impactful contributions and indelible legacies of former broadcaster, producer, and dramatist, cultural icon, late Ambassador Olusegun Olushola, resaluted at the 10th memorial service held in his honor at his Iperu Remo country home in Ogun State. Nigerians were admonished to always conduct themselves in a manner that will make them live in the hearts of the people after their sojourn on earth.
Iperu Remo country home of the late theatre and cultural icon hosted dignitaries who converged on his residence to celebrate the memory and impactful contributions of the late Ambassador Segun Olushola to humanity. Reverend Bola Oyeledun, in his sermon, said Ambassador Olushola passed on a decade ago. His memories still remind the people of how well he lived, while his indelible footprints stand on the sand of time.
You can reshuffle the cards that you have. But what is more important than what people remember? Well, people will remember you because of the way you lived.
The children of former broadcaster and advocate of good environment for refugees, joined by a 77-year-old beneficiary of late Ambassador Segun Olushola's kind gesture, say his indelible footprint will linger on in their memories.
But we're remembering this man who was very quintessential in his life. He affected so many people. He was an epitome of justice, of fair play, of peace, of equality.
Legacies are many and varied. His contribution to the world of arts, his contribution to the world of culture, his love for looking after people who have less.
The first person introduced to me was Rabbi Segun Olusola when I was 12. Encouraged me to go to secondary school.
The late Chief Segun Olushola, who died at the age of 77 in 2012, was once a Nigerian ambassador to Ethiopia. He was also the creator and producer of popular village headmaster soap opera that ran for many years on the network service of the NTA, as well as the founder of a foundation that caters for the internally displaced and the less privileged. In
You are still watching the news at 7. The news will continue shortly after the break. Stay with us.
And God! Me, where don't they hungry? Everybody knows, say, I be real person. Even for my acting. Now original. Enjoy my people. As now they see me so, I know they joke with anything where they bring rich flavor, total nutrition, and great taste. Like my Checkers custard make 3-in-1, the Totorica, Danda, and rich custard.
Can someone get these two out of my set now?
Good thing good, I beg. I no go lie. This na custard.
Checkers. Na custard be that.
We don't like to eat better. More nutritious meals, more veggies. But we want it tasty and easy too. No cubes. That's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic. And enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you. And more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Thanks for being there. It was a cascade of accolades followed by tears of joy at the sent forth for the Deputy Director News and General Manager NTA Channel 5 Abuja Ayo Adewiyi as he bows out of service after 32 years of meritorious service. Serafina Okon Mekwe, who captured the various emotions, give us a feel of the impact of this #1 star reporter and newscaster.
Accolades ushered in the celebrant Ayobomi Adeoye, who many describe as a quintessential and astute broadcast journalist who has written his name on gold with the Nigerian Television Authority.
Even when I am on sick bed, this brilliance will work.
Ayo, aside impacting knowledge, served NTA diligently. Little wonder his leadership style speaks volume.
We want to thank you, sir, for what you have done the last 10 months here.
The NASFOD representative and other invited guests and colleagues said his leadership style added value, glitz and glamour to the screen.
Period of 3 months, we were able to emerge as the third, among all the contestants.
As a leader, you have to take them out of that comfort zone for you to achieve.
A life of dedication and service to humanity, humility personified, national assets. Ayo urged all present to build on his legacies, as that's the only way to honor him. The outgoing general manager urged members of staff to be solution-focused.
The man Ayo Adeoye, I think the country needs to recognize somebody as good, as better, as great like Ayo Adeoye.
The send-forth climax with dances and presentation of award by the representative of the zonal chairman NASFAT FCT, Rukayat Baba Ahmed, and the NTA family, Serafina Okun Omekwe. NTA News.
We wish the celebrants a happy and peaceful retirement. Ogun State government has announced that the June edition of the monthly sanitation will hold between 7 and 10 in the morning across the state. In a statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Razak Ogetola, explained that there will be no restriction of movement but urged residents to use the opportunity of the exercise to clean their environments and drainages. He wants people to desist from dumping refuse on road medians, as they are sure that waste disposing trucks will promptly be on ground to park all the generated waste during the exercise. The statement added that all government officials and advocacy groups on environment sanitation should take charge in their respective local governments. And on that note, I will wrap up the news for this hour. We thank you for watching. Good night.